Welcome back to the Weekly Download, the only show where you actually get a side of educational material with your teeth. We're here to deliver the headlines hotter than the projected temperatures for this summer. So, buckle up, sip your iced coffee or Milo, and let's scroll through the mess that is our world, one shade of headline at a time. When Victor Zea moved to Cusco, yes, a real city, not just where the emperor got turned into a llama, something clicked. The Inca sun god Inti, not some bedtime fairy tale. In Cusco, the sun isn't just hot, it's holy. People still worship it, which, wild as it sounds, was actually super normal in ancient times. From Egypt's Ra to Japan's Amaterasu, pretty much every culture had the sun on speed dial. Zea's photo series, Poncha, doesn't preach, it glows. Sequins mid stride, puddles flirting with light, and golden buildings that look like they remember being sacred. The camera became his altar, and through it, Zaya shows us you don't need temples to find divinity. Sometimes daylight is enough. Every summer, the Swiss are literally wrapping the Rhone Glacier in reflective blankets. Yes, real blankets to slow its melting. And it's working. Scientists say it may cut seasonal melt by 70%. This isn't a gimmick, it's survival. The glacier has lost over 130 feet of ice in just the last decade. And it's not just Switzerland. From Italy to Greenland, people are testing everything from artificial snow to underwater supports to buy time. Because this isn't just about ice, it's about water, ecosystems, and climate stability for all of us. While it's cute that we're swaddling glaciers, it's actually not cute. Because we're doing it because the clock is ticking. The US got hit with a heat dome, which sounds like a sci fi villain, but it's just vibes. Tropical nights, sticky necks, and the air conditioners fighting for their lives. Scientists say climate change made it 3 times more likely, and honestly, that's just good. Remember, one of their president's first move in office was signing off the climate change agreements? Unfortunately, the good suffers for the bad. Over here, we need to remain vigilant and prepared for the hurricane season. And more than that, the most deadly of all, the mosquito season.
Hello.
Okay, besties, content creation in Belize is booming. But what's keeping us from going beyond our handheld screens? My hot take? Cringe culture. That side eye. What she did though? Energy that keeps people small is basically the crab in a bucket mentality remix. So, how do you open your phone and yourself to the world watching? My shame tree dropped long time. So I'm bringing in the expert, Natira Alvarado, queen of Belize talk. Welcome, Natira. So, Natira, what do you think is the hardest part about stepping into content creation in Belize?
Honestly, the hardest part of stepping into content creation is actually starting. We have this fear that people will judge us even before we put that content out there. So, yeah, just starting would be my answer.
Okay, and how do you think people can push past that fear?
By building communities, collaborating with other people, being a cheerleader for them so that they can cheer for you as well, just having that bond with each other, you can really step out of that fear knowing that people will be there to support you.
And do you feel Belize has a unique content culture, or are most creators just fitting into global trends and algorithms?
Definitely. Belize does have a unique culture, the way they create their content. Some people do fall under that norm for algorithm and trying to just put themselves out there, and you kind of have to play the game to get out there. But we do still have that Belizean rawness to it. We have that language, the humor, just our day to day things that we do, a little where aunt to talk or, a little dynamic.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, I do see a lot of our cultural storytelling aspects
Yes.
in there, and I really do love seeing that, especially in like our skits and stuff. So, with that said, where do you see Belizean content creation heading next? Are we stuck on these handheld screens, or can we break into TV, or even the big screen?
Yeah, no, Belize is definitely evolving from that handheld perspective. Um, I do believe with that motivation, I see people investing in their equipment, building that community. They're really putting themselves out there. And with that, we could definitely, create short movies. We can do web series. We can even do TV. And who knows, we might even end up in the cinema.
That sounds really exciting. What's next?
Well, currently I am doing a 5-day film exchange course at IT Vet, which has been amazing. They really walk you through the process of screenwriting, cinematography, and even post production. Tomorrow, we're actually going into day 4, which will be all about color correcting, special effects, visual effects. And on Friday, we have sound. So, if you're interested in storytelling, filming, or even just curious about what happens behind the scenes, I would highly recommend going. It's an opportunity that we don't really see often here in Belize.
Besties, here's the vibe. We've got the talent, the stories, the culture. We just need to drop the shame and support each other. Start small, post your truth, because every creator starts somewhere. All right, besties, that's the weekly download for now. Hot tea, real talks, and big dreams for Belizean creators. Remember, culture isn't just jokes or skits, it's depth and layers. So keep creating, keep sharing, and most of all, keep respecting the craft and each other. Thanks for watching.